Okay, let's talk about the possibility of adding new pages to your landing page so that you actually turn it into a website. And when we do that, we are making it a website, so it's now, in a way, a different variation from the idea of a website here. Now, a website like this has more total options and functions. This is where we were doing a lot more individual things. We have things like sidebars and so forth. But if you're saying that you want to actually be able to create a web page with the landing page builder, you can do that. So that is not a problem. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it would take to do. Okay, so here we go. Let's bring this out and look at something new. So we're going to look down here. We're going to see this is index. This is a page, right? It's the page we're on, namely the index page, which means the main page of the website, or in this case, the only thing we have, the landing page. What could we do with it? We could duplicate it, okay? And if we go to duplicate it, then we can create another page just like it and then change it, tweak it, do whatever we want. Now, in this case, I have a lot of things here. I don't really need to duplicate it. I want to just go ahead and add a new web page. I know I'm going to put the same footer. I know I'm going to put the same header. Okay, I may have to make tweaks to it again, for the address and the times and the phone number. I could do that. So it's up to you which is faster. If you felt like you did a whole lot of work to your header and a whole lot of work to your footer, and yet you want to create a new page or new pages, then you may as well duplicate it. So let's just do it, because either we're going to duplicate or we're just going to add a new one. So let's start with this. Let's duplicate. Okay, and it made a perfect copy. We'll call it another page. Let's say about, about dash us. How's that? We'll name it about us. Okay, and then while we're at it, we're going to add a page, and we're just going to call it services. That way you can see how these work. Okay, and we could add another page and call it contact us, just to have that, right? Okay, now for the about us page, what are we going to do? We're basically going to remove everything that's in the way, right? We don't want people clicking from the index page to the about us page and they see the same thing exactly, because they'll be confused. They won't even know that they did switch the page. So let's start removing everything in the way. We want to go ahead, right, and get to the new stuff we want to say, okay, without confusing anybody. So we're doing that. Maybe I'll keep the wrap up at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to keep these bottom three, but I want to add new stuff into the middle that has to do with about us. So let me get back to content. Let me scroll down. There's some good about us sections, right? Who we are, about us, about us. So let's do something like this. Let's put something like this in here. Okay, you could always change the image. Remember how, right? Like, let me, oh, let me also put in who we are. Sorry. Okay. Now, I'm going to come back up, close out of here, close out of here. Now, you could always go to details and change this image out, right? To make this your own image that you would upload. Select an image, upload it, and it'll use that instead. So no problem. And then you can apply animation to it. So this could be your team gliding in, right? Or whatever you want to do. But there you go. And then, of course, you could go to content and you could just change what it says so that it says useful things here. Okay. And so it's totally up to you, and it's really, really easy to handle. Okay. So that gives us an about us page. Okay. And then what? Well, we got that much done, say, so let's just do something else real fast. Services. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to drag something in there, okay? And that's going to be all about services. And again, I'm just showing you the different things that we had. So let me go to something like this, features or services down here. We specialize in, towing car services. We can decide all these images, what they want to say, and name the services and the paragraphs. And we can just, put some pointers in here, featured services, come down here maybe and put something else in. I'm just kind of going haywire with it on purpose, just so you can see that, yeah, it's pretty easy to do this kind of a thing. Now what? Contact us. And what else would we put on all these? We put our footers and so forth, right? So let's get our footer in there for sure. You know? And again, did we want the testimonial block or not? Maybe do, maybe don't. Maybe you want the same one or a different one. I mean, it is totally up to you how you want to arrange all this. So you can completely decide. And then we might put in that navigation. I forget which one we used. Maybe it was that one. Okay. And I could just kind of flip back to take a look and see. Auto towing with a 3. All right, fine. Okay, different, but whatever. Maybe it was that. Or was it that? I don't even remember. All right. Delete. Delete. Okay. Let me get on to the next point though, because I do need one more point I need to make to help really make this make sense. Okay. Contact us, whatever, like call to action, you know. And again, you would probably put in same thing about, oh, that's where I was. Sorry. I was on headers, wasn't I? And then you would put in your footer. Okay. If you were doing it that way, then you do it that way. Okay. All right, fine. All right, or you might even put in a simple footer just intentionally to separate this thing out to make it less complex. You could. Or just put something else in there to, find a way to just even it out. I'm just putting that there because it's so simple. All right, now, here's the thing I want to point out. First, we created new pages. You can create as many as you want this way. All right. Now, having done that, what else do we need to do? Tie them all together somehow. That's the one thing we haven't done yet, right? Okay. Let me remove, delete, and put in the right header. Okay, just so I can start with uniformity. All right. Now, we have all these pages, and if we save the changes, that's great. And if we export the project, it will export it with all the pages. And the only problem that we have right now is that there's no navigation between the pages. So you know what we need to do? We need to decide how we want to handle navigation, and we might do it by replacing our header with navigation. Okay? So if we go doing that, we'd probably get rid of this header, okay, and put in navigation. So let me try something. Okay? Let me maybe start with this one. Okay? And that's a pretty cool one, don't you think? I'm going to go ahead and remove the top one. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, with that in mind, keep in mind, I'm on the services page. This is what I'm editing right now. I would have to go through and make these changes on the other pages. So again, you would just plan out what you want to do in the first place, right? So then I would pull this in, whoops. And then I would go ahead and delete this other item. Okay, what? Let me just kind of click back there. Delete. Okay, pull that back out. About us, kind of the same thing. Remove navigation, pull it in. Okay, and now what? Contact us. Yeah, same thing. Remove and navigation. That's if you want. Now, what else do we have to do? Well, obviously we got to rename these. Services about, oh, we don't really. We have services about us, index and contact us, so we don't need to rename them. We just have to link them to the right places. So watch how we do that. We're going to go over here to details. I'm going to click on home, and I'm going to have it link to index because that's the home page. And then what? I'm going to go to services, link to services, apply. Go to about us, link to about us, okay? Apply, changes are applied. Contact us, okay? Link to, contact us and apply. Now, I just did 4 of those, but only for the page I'm on. So I'm on the contact us page. So I need to do this on all the pages. I guess I'll just have to do it real quick. By the way, sometimes when you flip, you got to like get off to get on. So watch. Aha, there we go. Okay, home. Oh, okay. Okay. Sometimes it shows you both between content and details. That's all right. Okay. Now, let's just say I did it on all the pages, right? Now, what's the point? I'm going to save the changes. Okay. Now, if you try to preview it, it will give you a note. You can only preview a single page. You will not flip through the links to the other pages, unfortunately. Okay. Well, we know that. Now, let's say we're done. We're going to do our SEO thing. And again, think about the SEO thing. You're going to do the SEO settings for each page individually. So here's going to be the page for index.html. And then you would save it, right? And then what? Then you would go through and do the settings for the other pages. And then we're going to go ahead and export. Okay. And let's say we don't have this done. Save, export. Now, here's the point I want to make. When it exports, it's going to create the exported project with these several pages. Okay. So you'll see that pretty soon. There we go. It's happening right there. Let's go take a look at what that looks like. That's this one, 706. Yep. WinZip, unzip to here. And there we go. And we go in. And there it is, the different pages, about us, contact us, index, and services. So if I go to open with Google Chrome, okay, there we go. And I hover, whoops, let me get rid of that so it's not confusing. You know to look down here for the hovers, right? Home, that's the index file. Services is the services page. About us is the about us page. Contact us is the contact us page. So if I click on services, I see it. There it is. It's all here. Now, I didn't go through and do all these yet, so I still have to come back to home because I didn't do all four. But if I click to About Us, there it is. It's got everything on it I wanted on it. Let me go back. And then if I click to Contact Us, there it is. It's really all I put there. Okay, so now I think you get the point. And what can you do? You can upload this entire zip file to your website and extract it into the public HTML folder, and it's suddenly live. Everything's live. Everything works. It's entirely easy how this project worked for you. So that's how you create a multi-page website using the landing page builder. Okay, so that covers everything in terms of making a website with a landing page builder and making a website with the other admin panel method. Okay, so now you know what you have available to you. And just again, to make the point, if it says website, it has a full-scale admin panel. It's a website. There's a website. But if it says landing page with page builder, that is exactly what we're working inside of right now, the page builder. Okay? So there you go. Next video, we're going to talk about the purpose of project export and import, and that should do it. All right.